Let them speak. Review. Patterns 1 to 31. Please repeat or answer. They must be working together. Where is it that they told you they're working? How come they seem so happy? They must enjoy working there together. Do you have anything that you want to tell them? How can you tell they may be working with food? How long did they tell you they've been working together? Have you ever had the chance to work in a restaurant? Do you wish you could have worked with them? Isn't that where you're thinking of getting a job? Did you eat something that they made? If they gave you something to eat, would you eat it? Who is it that is taking their picture? Where is it that he got the gloves he's wearing? Is the guy wearing the gloves older than the girl who is next to him? Is the reason he's wearing the gloves to keep the food clean? Do the people who own the restaurant make them all wear gloves while preparing food? Did they say they didn't have anything to do at the time you decided to take this picture? The restaurant must not be busy now. Did you ask them what it is that they enjoy making the most? Is that something that you know how to make? Did the place that they work at give them the shirts that they're wearing? Have you got to work there in order to get one of those shirts? Do they need to wear the shirts while working? Can you tell if it is a woman or a man swimming? How long has it been since you last swam by yourself? Doesn't it appear to be dangerous? Does she have someone to help her in case she gets into trouble? Do you see the island that she is trying to swim to? Would you be able to swim that far if you got to do this? Shouldn't she have gone with someone? Has she got somebody to meet at that island? Is there anyone swimming near her in the water? How can you tell she just dived into the water? She must be really brave. How long has she been practicing so that she can swim that far? If you had nothing to do, would you look forward to going with her? If the sea were really rough, would she have been able to do this? Did she tell you not to worry? Wouldn't you worry about sharks if you did this? Did she say that she does this every time she is finished working on the weekends? How long will it take her to get to the island? What would she do if she got too tired before getting to the island? Will there be anyone that will be able to help her? Do you plan on following her in a boat until she gets to the other side? Isn't that how you hope to help her? What is it that they're dropping? Is that how they get supplies to people who need to get help? There must have been a terrible storm in the area. There must not be good roads that go to this place. Will there be people there to pick up the aid? Didn't they have any other way to get things there? Even though some of the aid may get damaged, is this the best way to get things there? Is that how they get food to people who are starving? How long does it take for the food to get to the ground? Is the plane that is dropping the food flying low so that it can hit the target? Do you know the people who pushed the boxes out of the plane? If they hadn't dropped this food, would the people living there have starved? Will they have trouble opening the boxes that they are dropping out of the plane? Do the people who don't have anything to eat on the ground feel really excited? What type of food did they say they are sending like this? Did the people that are getting the food say that they haven't had anything to eat for a few days? Would the children get really sick if they couldn't get the food dropping from the plane? Do some of the boxes have medicine the people need? Is there someone to get the food on the ground? As soon as the boxes hit the ground, who is it that is going to be opening it? If you were there, would you help to distribute the food? Have you got any idea who is sending the food parachuting from the plane? Does it seem like a lot of things are dropping out of the plane flying by? What is the first thing you would want to eat if you were starving? How can you tell they've just been playing football? Have they got anyone to play with now? Is the kid wearing the jersey the oldest? Did he say he hopes to play in the World Cup? Did they tell you that they're waiting for someone to join them? Did they say they had nothing to do while they were waiting? Did you ever have a chance to play with them? Is this what they do when they have free time? Did you ask them if you could join them to play football? Would you be able to run as fast as them? Did they tell you that they called someone to come so that they could practice football? How long have they got to wait until when the friends they called show up? Did you ask them if they end up playing football every day with their friends? Are you thinking of joining them if their friends show up? What is it that they would prefer doing with their friends just in case it begins raining? They must be on their summer vacation since they aren't at school. Did they tell you that they didn't have anywhere to go on vacation during the summer? Where is it that they said they wish they could have gone on vacation? Is that a place that you look forward to going to? Do you attend the same school that they go to? Are you going to give them this picture that you're taking later? Do they look like friends or brothers? Is the place they live far from where you are living now? Do there appear to be more girls or boys? Are they all wearing uniforms the school told them they needed to wear? What is it that the girl's writing? Does the teacher standing in the back of the room know how to teach English? Did the kids that are in the classroom ask you if you were going to try to teach them English? Did you tell them that you wished you could teach them English? Do they all have something to write with? Is the girl writing in the front row paying attention to some other teacher? Which girl not looking into the camera seems to be concentrating the most? Did you ask all of them if they wanted to become teachers when they grew up? Which one of them said they wanted to be a college teacher? Why is it that all of the boys are sitting on the right side of the classroom? Did they tell you that they finished studying at 3:15? Which side of the room would you have been in if you attended that school? How many days a week did they tell you that they go to school? Did they tell you they had no books to read at home? Would they be interested in reading at home if they had something to read there? Will they keep on studying at school as long as their parents can pay the tuition? Do their parents have to pay a lot of money so the kids can go to school? Did the kids sitting there say they wish they could complete high school? What is it that they said they're studying now? Did they say that is what they enjoy learning the most? Are the things they're learning now going to be on their next test they need to take? Do you remember the time you were in school at this age? Does the guy who's holding the fish look like he's really happy to be there? Do you have any idea if he caught the fish he has? How many minutes ago did he catch the fish? Did he tell you that they used the net that is in back of him to catch the fish he's holding? Did you ask him how much it weighed? When did he say was the last time he caught a fish this big? Don't you wish you could eat it? Did he say he is going to send it to Japan, where they eat a lot of fish? Do they have somewhere to go now so that they can catch more fish? How many men do you see working on the boat he's on? Don't they seem to be busier than him? How come they're wearing waterproof jackets and pants? The seawater must be really cold there. If the clothes they wore got wet, would they have to go and change them? Is the work they do really dangerous? Do the rubber mats that are on the floor of the boat keep them from slipping? Did they tell you it was time to go in and eat? They must be really hungry after working all day. Did they tell you that they've got nothing to do after it gets dark? Is there anything to do on the boat as soon as it gets dark? Doesn't she seem to be comfortable riding on the camel? She must have done this since when she was younger. Did she tell you that she was used to riding camels? Does she seem to be relaxed while riding the camel? Did she say she had a hard time riding a camel the first time she tried to do it? Do a lot of boys feel jealous that she rides camels so well? Did she say it was faster riding on a camel than riding on a horse? Is this what she learned how to do from her father? Is that how most of the kids she knows learns how to ride the camels? Did she tell you she had somewhere to go now? Did you ask her where it was that she planned on going? Did you ask her if she was supposed to meet her friends that she goes to school with? Do you wish you could ride a camel with her? Does it look like two people can fit on the camel? Have you ever ridden on a camel? Did she tell you what she's carrying with her on the camel? Did she say that she had something to bring home to her mother that she bought at the market? Did she tell you she would invite you to go with her when she goes riding next? Did she say it takes a long time to learn how to ride a camel? Do the camels tend to be stubborn? Didn't you ask her if she'd rather ride horses now that she's getting older? Do they use camels since they are able to carry heavy loads? Would they be able to live in the desert without the camels they own? They must have lost someone they loved. Did she tell you that this is the saddest thing that ever happened to her? Did the son she lost die while he was in the army? I don't know what I would do if I lost my brother. Have you got any idea who the guy sitting on the grass in front of the woman is? Is this how they always celebrate the day her son and his brother died? It must make them really sad. How long has it been since he died? Did they tell you he died on the 6th of June, 2009? If he was still alive, how old would he be? Did they say they have come here a few times a year ever since he died? There is nothing you can say to help comfort them. I have no idea what I would do if my son died. Is the place they buried him a place where they buried a lot of soldiers? Is this where they buried a lot of his friends that he died with in battle? Is it worth going to war? Does she wish her son had never gone to serve in the army? Are the other people standing there, remembering people they knew that died? Did the woman sitting in front of the grave bring her own chair? What would you want to tell someone who you were close to who died? When was the last time that you cried for anyone who died? Where is it that they buried these soldiers? How often do you get to go to see the place they are now? Where is it that they just came back from? How is it that the space capsule isn't sinking? Who is it that is talking on the phone? It must be a really old picture because they're using that type of phone. Are the two men wearing the wetsuits there to rescue them? Is he telling the people listening on the phone that all of them are all right? Is this what you're thinking of doing when you grow up? Don't you wish you could go up in space? Don't you have to be really smart in order to do that? Is the place they landed in the ocean? Is that where it is safest to land? Have the two men who are in the capsule got to get out quickly in case it doesn't keep floating? Would they be able to swim in the spacesuits that they're wearing? They must be really relieved to be safely back on Earth. Does the way they look seem like they are all right? If they were hurt, would they have been able to get out without help? Do they have any gifts to give to the people who came to rescue them? They have nothing to give to them. If you had been there, what would be the first thing you would have asked them? Wouldn't they have felt really weak while they were trying to get out? They must be at a religious site. Are they saying prayers so that he can get better? Doesn't it make you want to cry? All they can do is beg for God's mercy. Does he wish he was healed? The guy laying in the stretcher must not be able to walk. Who is it that is holding his hands? Does she have anything to say to him? They must have been married for many years. How long did she tell you that he has been sick? Is this the first time that they have come here to do this? Is there a cover on the stretcher so that the sun won't go into his face? If you got really sick, who would you pray to? Where is it that there seems to be a lot of miracles? Is the guy standing next to the lady a priest? Did he come so that he could comfort them? All they can do is pray and hope that he gets better. I have been to one of these places and was really touched emotionally. I had difficulty not crying when I saw all of the people who were going there to ask for help from God. What would you say to her if you were there?